would like to call upon Capt.Vinod Naveen, Executive Council Member, Nautical Institute, London, to explain about the need for continuous professional development. May we have Capt.Vinod Naveen on stage? Sir, please take over.
This is a pointer?
Yes.
Captain Shaukat, if you have noticed him, he kept moving between tables. He goes to the speakers and whispers something in his ear. He was basically motivating them. So he came to my table and he said, look, you're the only guy in this hall who's associated with all the three partners. Marriott's the gold partner because we sit in the same building. Sorry, the platinum partner, right? We're part of the same group. The gold partner, the Nautical Institute, I'm a member of. And the silver partner, the Bernard Schulte group, where I'm currently working, right? So he said, take 3 times the time than the usual time. So, but Captain Shaukat, I should tell you, with this, it was a different, something different that we had today. We had Dr. Rajneesh and Padmini speaking about topics, hydrogen and carbon capture. Literally, I've forgot what I need to speak. I'm still chasing that. If you remember, he showed a ball strapped in Velcro and trying to catch that. So my mind is still in that, but I'll try to do my best. How many of you have seen this movie? Early 90s, maybe the guys at the back were not born. This was a movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where the kids were shrunk into miniature models and the movie revolved around their struggle to come back to normalcy. So why did I choose that? Because today, I think the world is just the size of a palm, right? I think most of you will agree. And why is it? Because we live in an era of digitization and digitalization. If I ask you the question, how many of you have not got online in the last 1 month? You would say, what a stupid question. We are online even now, right? So that's what we are. Everybody is online. Electronic data and billions of data is flowing online. We live in a world of electronic transactions. I don't think anybody would disagree with this statement. But if you are in an ecosystem of regulatory framework, like the DGS, for example, then we are heavily dependent on documentary evidence, even the transactions that we do online, and quite a lot of them. In the traditional transaction, we probably did transaction with people whom we know, the faces whom we know. But in an electronic transaction, we are doing transaction with strangers, right? So trust and transparency is in doubt. When I talk about electronic transactions. In the traditional transaction, you had a lot of checks and balances to ensure that you still had the trustworthy component. How do we ensure the same checks and balances in the electronic format? Well, we have a solution. If you are doing transactions online, the solution that we have is blockchain. And if you have been following the newspapers, this is one of the high-end projects announced by our Honorable Prime Minister. It's in the scheme of things is about blockchain. Whichever industry you represent, and if you are doing electronic transactions, then we have the solution through blockchain. How do we do it? I'm not going too much technical into it. Just the basics, if you are doing transactions between 2 entities or multiple entities, multiple stakeholders, a group of people, and you have a contractual obligation between these two entities or organizations, and if you have rules and regulations to comply with, then our solution of blockchain will help you to comply with all that. Because through blockchain, we have a decentralized network, right? We don't put everything into one command station. We decentralize our network. We provide data security and the much needed transparency in the electronic transactions. E-governance, we had the DG Shipping speaking about e-governance. If I take that as an example, stakeholders in the DGS system, let's say we have about 2.5 lakh seafarers in the DGS system. We have about 1,000 plus RPS agents, 500 MTIs, medical practitioners, dozen field officers, examination centers, etc., etc. Not only that, we are also connecting through other flag state and port states. What does the blockchain do is they connect all of them onto a single network, but in a decentralized network. But still, you get all the benefits of the centralized system. When you're dealing with critical documents, in the same example that I've taken, e-governance, they issue ship registration, ship certificates, RPSL licenses, DOCs, seafarer certificates. What blockchain does is they give you immutability in the documents, which means you cannot erase. The blockchain can take you to the DNA of each transaction that you have done. There are many terms and conditions in our e-governance through various DGS orders, circulars, MS notice, etc. The smart contract that we use in blockchain helps them to comply with all this on the online transactions. So what we say in blockchain is we waste a lot of time looking out for compliance. In blockchain, we say you do your duty, and I would just change the right side of it. Compliance, you leave it to us. Leave it to us. We take the responsibility for compliance through any electronic transactions that you do through blockchain. I've just picked it up from internet. You got banking, you got finance, you got supermarkets, you got airlines, you got agriculture, you got almost everybody on blockchain. How about you, right? I think it's time that we move to secured way of online transactions which are transparent. So if you're doing business where there are multiple stakeholders and you want to have the trust and you want to have the transparency, blockchain is a very good solution for that. I said I'm going to speak about 3 things. This is one. The second thing, I think all of us professionals over here, if I ask you a question, how do you measure your growth, or how do you measure your progress, or how do you measure that you have professionally developed? Are you going to measure your progress through the distance that you covered in your career, or in terms of positions that you've gained in your career, or in terms of value of money that has grown in your bank? How are you going to measure your progress? Or are you going to measure your progress through certifications and qualifications that you've gained over the last many years? Well, we can take you up that ladder in terms of professional development. I asked the question, how do you say that you're professionally developed? We have a solution for that. We can develop professionally through those ladders that you see. So you have to invest in yourself, in continuous professional development, right? I think as we all have certification, qualification, but if I ask myself the question, how far have I developed myself professionally? I think it is going to be a question mark, right? So that's where, if you're serious to continuously professionally develop yourself, then I have a solution for you. upgrade your future through the Nautical Institute. Right? So what does the Nautical Institute offer you? It gives you professional recognition, networking opportunities. We have tied up with Ocean Technologies, so you can take free online courses if you're a member with the Nautical Institute. We give career guidance, legal cover. This is something very interesting for sailing. The Nautical Institute, if you're a member, then the Nautical Institute provides you with legal cover if you as an individual have to fight a case for yourself while at sea. There's a voice at IMO. The Nautical Institute headquarters located in London is overlooking Thames River just behind the IMO building. And there is always a representation at IMO if you are a member of the Nautical Institute. I'm not going into all this, but the Nautical Institute supports you wherever you are, whether you are ashore or you are sailing or you are on leave. The Nautical Institute is always there to support you. How do we do it? You can see that we have representations globally. I think 120 countries we have branches. This is a slightly old slide. It says 7,000 members, but we have close to 10,000 members worldwide. I don't think you will find an organization with so many members, so many branches worldwide. 30,000 community, 1 lakh print of the material that we deliver to your residence if you are a member. So there is quite a lot. You can find this on their website. So there is a membership fees, and for the cadets who are at the back, I would like to tell you that of recent, the Nautical Institute has decided to give free membership to all the cadets studying in any MTI. So I will connect with you at the back, and I'll probably over the next 1 week, we will get you on board the Nautical Institute membership free of cost as long as you're a student. But the guys who are sitting in the front, they've got rich pockets. I don't think we need to give them free of cost. But I had a conversation with London just before coming here, I think on Friday. And the head command has told me to announce that if you want to be a member of the Nautical Institute, the prestigious Nautical Institute, today you can catch me, I'll be somewhere. They have discounted 50% of their membership fees for today, right? So you can catch me if you want a membership. There is a small joining fee, which is one time, and there's a membership which is annual, but today if you join, the membership will be at 50% discount. Thank you, Captain Shaukat. I think we had a lot of talk about carbon credit, but I think I've credited some extra time into you, Captain Shaukat. Thank you.
Thank you, Capt.Vinod Naveen, for this insightful information about your courses. And now, let me call upon Captain Shaukat and Captain Chinna Rupa Raju, Head of IMTC, to come and present the memento.
Just one thing about when you go for your dinner, just go to the back end of this hall. There's a poster there, and the poster says this club is shut down only for 1 day in a year. That's when he conducts his event in Tim.